Of course you're not white, you're Iraqi for God's sake, a friend tells me. Not out of the blue, I mean, I asked him. You're Iraqi and Jewish, you can never be white, he says. Which is true, but also not really true, because if, right now, I tried to tell you that I'm not white, you might reasonably suggest I take a good look in the mirror. Born in Israel, raised in Britain, and having inherited the features of light-skinned Iraqi Jewish parents, I read as white in most of the ways that matter. White while not being stopped by police or tailed around stores. White while not negatively stereotyped, assumed to be lazy, stupid, aggressive, or threatening. White while not facing poorer outcomes in classrooms, offices, or the housing market. White while avoiding people's inexhaustible biases based on skin colour. What I experience daily is exactly the definition of white privilege described by British journalist Rennie Edo-Lodge in the best-selling Why I'm No Longer Talking to White People About Race. An absence of the negative consequences of racism, an absence of structural discrimination, an absence of your race being viewed as a problem first and foremost. So then I'm white, right? Yes, but also not exactly, or yes until it's a no. Not quite knowing how to explain, I have sometimes used the term white presenting, although to me this feels laboured and could easily sound like equivocating, like I'm angling for a hall pass that gets me out of whiteness. Honestly, it would be much easier, and really, what's the problem, to go with white. Why not just say it? I'm not the only one feeling this ambivalence, the reluctance and the hesitation. British Jews who are coded white and benefit from that don't necessarily describe ourselves that way, even though we know that self-definitions don't actually define whiteness. You don't get to choose. And some people, including Black Jews, never have that option. Still, we stumble over the question, unsure what to say or which box to tick.